Hey everybody, welcome back to the Social Distance Show. We are doing once a week now, because that's all I have time for. But it's we want to make it a great show once a week now, and we have a lot of other wonderful shows that are out right now. Perks open mic on Mondays, food for thought every single day of the week, Monday through Friday with Father Sunil. Caswell tonight, Monday through Thursday. Although I don't know if there's one tonight. I think that we had a guest reschedule, so there might not be one tonight, but I will probably know that by the end of this episode. Um, Doug's open mic is coming on later tonight with Glenn Kenzia, Glenn Kenzia from Nashville, who's going to play some songs for us. We have a lot of stuff going on. We did the virtual town hall meeting today with the small business owners and Lieutenant Governor Dan McKee, who hosts that, and the Department of Labor and Training was on, and all of that. So you can check all of that stuff out. Westerly Live is the location where you can get all of that good stuff all at the same time. I mean, they're all in a lot of places. And I also want to announce, if you guys haven't heard about it yet, the Andrea is doing a special Mother's Day presentation. They have wonderful videos coming in from all of their staff, people showing you how to make cocktails that are their signatures, saying hello, doing welcomes, everything of that. And then Happy in the Moonshine, Dave DeAngelis and Michael Chicoria are going to be playing the show as we go from there. So that's all really exciting stuff. That's coming up this week. But tonight, I'm very excited to have my guest at this time, who is a lovely woman that I have known for probably 15 years now, and she has been very, very kind to me and Dave and a lot of people in the community. And that is the one and only Nancy Burns-Fusaro from the Westerly Sun. She's a wonderful reporter, obviously, from Porch News and in the Easy Chair, and all of the wonderful articles that she does on arts and culture and music and everything that you care to read about in the Westerly Sun. Here she is. Nancy, how are you?
Hello, Ben. I'm great. How are you?
I'm wonderful, thank you.
Oh, what a treat. Thank you so much for inviting me to be on your show.
Thank you. We used to cross paths a lot at WBLQ
Yep.
Thursday mornings. I
y-
think I would go
Yep.
in for the I believe it was Joe Cugini's
Oh,
show.
it certainly was my
Yeah.
dear friend Joe. Yep.
I would go in to talk about the high school shows or whatever it was that we were doing, and you
Yeah.
had your weekly segment on there. I don't think I've seen you since then in person though. We've talked, but I don't think I've seen you.
Did I come up to the studio once to do a show on the
Yes. Yep.
third floor, maybe?
Yes, I think you did that.
Right?
Yep, we had an office on the third floor of the building, and then like later that
Across from
year,
Perks.
yes, and then later
Yeah.
that year we moved up to the whole fourth floor studio, which was
Right.
cool. But
Right. Yeah.
yeah, that was 6 years ago, I think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And here we are deep in the quarantine, huh?
absolutely. So how
But
are you?
I want to say to you, I'm so impressed with all the work you've been doing. It's great.
Oh, thank you very much. Um,
Yes, and what a skill in this time. Who knew how much would rely on technology?
I didn't. I would have been a lot happier the first 3 months of the year if I knew that people would need me this much, I guess. But you know, that being said, I hope it's over soon. For the sake of everyone else in the world.
Yeah,
How are you doing during all of this?
good. I've been pretty busy because we've all been working from home and there's no shortage of things to write about. I've been trying to keep up with all the arts organizations and how they're faring um, during this wild time. So I've had some great conversations, well, with you guys a couple of weeks ago with the Misquamicut Music Festival, which was
Yes.
great.
Thank you very much for the article, by the way.
Oh, you're so welcome. It was great. Writing about and talking to everybody, and the music was great. And of course, one of my very favorite people on the planet is Al Copley,
Oh,
who's
he is amazing.
a
He's great.
longtime friend of my husband's.
he sent
and
me the
from the
sweetest
beach.
text afterwards.
Oh,
He did. He was very nice.
uh,
So, how are the arts organizations doing around here that you've talked to? I imagine not that well at the moment.
well, what's wonderful is everybody, it's been wonderful watching it since the beginning when people were like, oh my word, what are we going to do?
Right.
But everybody has really been creative because they know how to be creative. For instance, Tony Nunes over at the United is doing a marvelous job with his Cabin Fever
Yes.
podcast. That's really fun. LaGrua Center is doing some wonderful things. The Stonington group, LaGrua, you know
Yeah. Yeah.
them,
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
sure.
Absolutely.
They did a very interesting program that was a rebroadcast of a beautiful musical program, a piano fellow whose name I'm not getting right now, but they did it with Ayla Fox helped put some graphics together. And so, did you see it? I'm not
I don't.
sure.
I
It was
don't.
very interesting.
I haven't seen much.
Oh, I
Honestly,
bet
other,
not.
but
You've been holed up
but
there doing everybody's videos, haven't you?
I've been in this chair for 3 months.
Oh,
Essentially.
yeah.
Uh, so, but that's wonderful. How is it going with the paper with everybody from home? How much different is that?
Well, let's see. How much different is it? Interestingly enough, my youngest son warned us at the very end of February. He kept insisting that we be prepared because he had been going back and forth to San Francisco and things started cooking up on the West Coast, or at least in San Francisco, prior to making its the virus before getting
Right.
to the
Yes.
East Coast. But anyway, so we were a little bit prepared. He suggested that we work from home, or that I do. So Corey Fike, our editor, said, "Fine." I started working from home mid March, I think. So the transition wasn't too hard, and we're able to obviously connect thanks to technology with everyone. So there's lots of emails, lots of phone calls, lots of texts. So it's okay. I miss seeing everybody, of course. I miss seeing everybody in the community. I miss everybody so much.
I know.
But I just who thought would love technology so much? I mean, I can't tell you. My I have six grandchildren, two in New Hampshire, one in California, and three in Connecticut. So I don't know what I would have done if I wasn't able to see them.
I know. I'm so, and that's both of my parents right now are in the nursing home, and
Oh,
so I haven't been able to see them uh, for for this long as well, and
I'm
it's
sorry to
no, no,
hear
no,
that, Ben.
it's okay because it's been really nice to FaceTime and to check
Yeah.
in, and
Where are they? Which nursing home?
they're in Westerly at the Clipper, and they're
Yeah.
doing really well,
Good.
and everybody there's doing a great job,
Yes. Yeah.
and I mean I don't know how long they'll be there or whatever,
Yeah.
but they're both doing well and
Good.
are
Well, a
very
big
happy.
hello to them.
And my dad got his iPad to work.
Oh,
My uncle sent him an iPad, and he refused to use it.
great.
And about last week, he decided that he was gonna, take some time and learn how to use it because he
Yeah.
literally wasn't doing anything. And now he's watching, he's binging shows, and every time he
Oh,
calls
that's
me, he has a
great.
smile on his face. And I actually got him to do a show with me on Saturday mornings,
Oh, come
which
on.
is nothing. I mean, it's just two people talking about absolutely nothing, but I wanted to make it so that I would have videos of the two of us talking, years from now.
Yeah, oh, what a
Which
great
is
thing that
which is
is.
nice.
Yeah.
So what has been your favorite? I want to start with the positive. What has been your favorite thing about being forced to slow down?
Well, I have to say, I've been teaching, I teach an online class at the University of Rhode Island, and I was teaching a face to face class. So I had two classes, and that really kept me very, very busy the last, until the semester just ended. So that was took a lot of time because the face-to-face class, the students were not used to having the class online. So I had one class that was very used to it and one where the kids weren't. So that was a lot of time, and very interesting. And of course, for high school seniors and college seniors, it's a very difficult time right now because all their expectations were kind of crushed.
Yeah.
So I heard a lot of stories and I spent a lot of time with those students and I enjoyed it. It was very, very fulfilling. But again, it took up a lot of time, and that was in addition to my son's stuff. So the best part about this whole thing, though, has been that my husband and I have been home together for all this time, and it's been really fun. We've found a lot of fun things to do, watched some good movies, read some good books, do a lot of crossword puzzles. So
That's amazing.
listen to a lot of good music. We just finished watching the Bosch series, the Michael Connolly mystery. It's on Amazon Prime. Oh boy, I recommend. Really good.
Okay, the
Yeah,
Bosch
really good.
series.
Yeah.
I will look that up. I what music have you been listening to?
Oh, everything, everything. We're big fans of the Chris Thiele show. Do you know
Oh yeah,
Chris?
yeah, yeah.
All right.
Live from here.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he would it would at the very beginning of this, they didn't had to cancel everything. All
Okay.
their scheduled programs. In fact, in February, we were in New York at his show at the town hall in New York, and then that's when everything started
Yeah.
tumbling down. So I think he had one more after that, and then he started to do repeats, and now he's been doing um,
Live from
sort of a
home. Yeah.
mashup of old and new,
Yeah.
and so he's got great music, and every time he introduces us to someone new, we start listening to them. He's had some great musicians.
Now
Nathaniel Rateliff, I love.
I was just gonna ask who's some of the new people that you've discovered through Live from here.
Oh, I won't be able to think of the woman's name. Of course, Sarah Jarosz is someone who's um, pretty regular, so
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily discover her, but that's who we saw when we were at the town hall was Nathaniel Rateliff, and he's
That's
just come out with another album, and he is just phenomenal. He is so
he
good.
really is. He's incredible. I
Yeah.
really like the he has a solo album out now,
Right?
and
I think
it's
that's the
really
one that
great.
just came out. Yeah.
Um, this is very interesting to me. It might not be to anybody else. Are you a fan of the Milk Carton Kids?
Very much. Oh, I love the milk carton kids. They're so cute.
I never I never thought and during the course of this episode we'd be talking about Nathaniel Rateliff and the Milk Carton Kids. I'm
Yeah.
so excited. This is
It,
wonderful.
I love all kinds of good music. Love,
Yeah,
love, love. I'm
absolutely.
open to anything. And one of the great things about this Bosch series is they have some fabulous jazz. Oh my word. Just beautiful.
That's amazing. I'm
Yeah.
definitely gonna check that out now. I'm trying to make the schedule work so that I have some more time to just hang out.
Nice.
With
And of
the
course, classical music and the wonderful, wonderful things. I don't know if you got to see the beautiful chorus of Westerly did a beautiful thing of Dona Nobis Pacem. Did
yes,
you help them with that?
I did not know. Nope, I didn't help them with that at all. It was beautiful though.
Yeah.
I maybe I shouldn't say who I think helped. I think it was Chris Walsh. I'm not sure. I'm not
Actually,
sure
no,
who helped
Chris,
them out,
I don't remember who did
or
it
did
now
he
that
help
I'm
them out with
thinking.
something else?
Chris helped the Providence singers with something.
Okay. Um,
Um, yeah.
I either way, those things are amazing, and I love the you know, and I love that it has the appearance of being live.
Right?
And because of those things, people always ask me if we can do that on here, and I'm like, no, because it's a live show. And the truth is that you can make it appear like that, but anytime you're seeing two people right now with the technology that we have right now, you can't get that the way that it
Yeah.
was.
But you
It
were
was
able to get a bunch of people on together, right? With live?
yes.
Yeah.
Um, for that video. I believe it was Ryan. Oh, that makes sense that it was Ryan Saunders' idea.
Yeah.
for that, obviously. I mean, not obviously. It could have been several people in the chorus who are all amazing, and I've been in contact with Andrew because he's doing uh, the music right now for Christ Church while it's virtual,
Oh,
and
right. Wonderful, wonderful. Andrew and the
that's been
wonderful
really
Howell
nice.
family. A big
They
shout
did
out to them.
the Howell family did a version themselves of Dona Nobis Pacem for Easter. That
Oh,
was just beautiful.
oh
It
my
was. I'll send
goodness.
it. I have a video. I'll send it to you. I'll
Thank you. They
email it
were
to you.
also the first family in our new series that we're doing called the Front Porch Families.
Yes, I was gonna ask you about that. Tell us
It,
about front porch families.
all right. So, as many people know, we have a Sunday series called In the Easy Chair.
Yes.
And right at the beginning of this pandemic, I thought, easy chair sounds a little tone deaf. What can we do in the interim here until we get through this? And Harold Hanka, our wonderful photographer, very talented man, said, how about doing something called, with families on their front porches? And it turns out that another wonderful photographer, Josh Bean, was doing something called Front Porch Families. And Josh and his darling family were also in this series.
Yes.
Um, so Harold has been going around and visiting people from a distance, socially distanced, and appropriately socially distanced, I'll say, and taking photos. And I've been working with them via email and telephone for the answers to the 20 questions.
Very
Essentially, how are
nice.
you making it through? Who's in your little group? So
Yeah.
we'd love to have more families. My hope is we'll change it to how are you making it through to what did you do? How did you get through? Because I'm hoping, like everyone, it'll be over soon.
Yes. At least in the majority of the. I think it's. I think the whole thing's gonna be slow to get back
Yes.
to
Yes.
where we were, but
If
hopefully a
there's
lot of
ever
things
that
can
getting back, I think it's going to be a whole new
exactly.
world,
Yeah.
right?
But
Yeah.
hopefully, things can get better from what it was.
You know,
Um.
one of the wonderful things of interviewing people, so many little nuggets of wisdom. Ryan Saunders, when I was talking to him, of course, because the pops had to be canceled, which was a devastation, but he talked about how through dark times, often people really dig deep into their souls and come up with beautiful creative projects and works. And so I think we'll have some good come out of this. We have to,
Absolutely.
because it's the balance of nature, right? We're not going to let those killer bees get us, but
They're murder hornets. The news is just
right,
ridiculous.
we're not going to say what next because that never works. So
No, no. So how do Nancy?
yes.
You gotta have one of these shows and talk to people. I mean, you're just such a natural conversationalist.
Well,
Um,
we do. I kept up the show that you referred to earlier on
yes,
BLQ. Betty Jo, Jeannie Joe's daughter, keeps that up. She has a show on Saturday mornings and then once a month on Thursdays. And I join her for that.
that's very nice. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Um, I will get you to interview people live on Facebook Live at some point.
I would love
It's
to.
just it's got to happen. You're too wonderful to talk to.
Oh, you're too sweet.
Thank you very much. So and what has been the most difficult part right now for you?
I'll start crying. The most difficult is
Oh,
not
I'm
being
sorry.
able to see my sons and my grandboys. That's been very hard. The fun part is I have a new grand dog. I'm just dying to meet Rosa, her name is. And she's a little puppy. She's a mastiff, a dog de Bourgogne. Am I saying that right, Teddy? If you're listening. Um, and she is a very loyal doggy, and the pictures are just adorable. If I had one handy, I'd show you. She is just the cutest thing, and has three little guys to pal around with her. So
Oh, that's
that's
awesome.
wonderful news. I just can't wait to see her.
That's amazing.
Or as my
Um,
wonderful mom used to say, lay the glimmers on her. I can't wait to lay the glimmers on her.
I can't believe that I haven't thought about this beforehand, but that first first hug of your
Oh,
grandchildren
oh,
after
oh,
this is gonna be like how much the like absence makes the heart grow fonder
oh,
thing. I mean, everything's.
oh,
I hope that we just talked about some of the good that'll come from all of this, and
yeah.
I think that that living with gratitude for the little things that we have,
Oh, amen.
that are really the big things. I
Amen.
really hope that is the sense of. I hope that people leave with that,
Yeah.
on the other side of this, more than anger or fear.
Right? Very,
Just
very wonderful to say. I know
yeah.
I've been counting blessings every day for sure. For sure. And let's hope we
Um,
all keep it up.
Absolutely. What is your favorite thing to do in and around Westerly when it's not a pandemic?
Let's see. Besides going to work at the wonderful Westerly Sun and seeing my colleagues, Maggie Anderson and Cynthia Drummond and Corey Fike and Dale Faulkner, walking with my friends in Riverbend Cemetery or on the beach, swimming at the Y, which I miss immensely. I'm a swimmer and I love swimming, and I'm really missing it. Although I might follow uh, my friend Annie. Do you know Annie Philbrick from Savoy? She's got
Oh
herself
yes,
a
yes, yes.
wetsuit and she's been swimming in the river over there in her part of the world. So I just can't wait to get back in the water. So those are some of the things.
That's very nice. I think I'm going to. I think that the day it's all clear. I'm probably gonna sign up for the Y just for the swimming,
Oh
because
yeah.
that sounds amazing.
Yeah,
And
it is wonderful.
yeah. What can we see? What is the schedule for your articles and your weekly front porch news and everything in the paper right now in the front porch families?
So Front Porch Families is every Sunday. And we have a lovely surprise on this Sunday is a Mother's Day edition. Monday regular is Front Porch News, which is I've been really having fun with, and people have been so responsive on Facebook. I've asked, send in your photo of you at your home office, or send in your photo of you wearing your mask. Where's my mask? Let me see. I've got, here we are. My friend Betsy Crisana made one for me, and Lori Urso, who is another former town councilor, sent some wonderful masks that she was making. So lots of photos I have for Front Porch News. Oh, and Easter bonnets. That was the other thing folks sent in, or just regular hats. So that's the Monday. And then Thursday, of course, is the guide. And then
Yes.
that's what I've been doing with catching up with folks and seeing how they're doing. Let's see. Last week we had the wonderful poetry um, from the Mystic Arts Cafe. You know Lisa Starr?
I know of her. Yes,
She is a wonderful person. You might want to interview her. She's a great guest.
I would love to.
Yeah, great guest. And of course, they had to put everything on hiatus over there too. So they worked with the folks at the Groton Public Library and they put together a streaming event. Maybe it wasn't streaming, it was a video event of folks reading their favorite poems. And that was great. That was
Oh,
really
that's
good.
amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, that's incredible. And any arts organization or anything like that you end up talking to that needs help with any of this stuff, please send them my way. I want to make I want to do what we can to make things work for people.
Oh, you're
You
so
know,
good. Of course, I'd love to do
that's
that. Thank you.
no problem.
Maybe the Granite Theater, I'll tell them to get in touch with you.
Yeah, I was telling you a little bit about this off air before we started, but I was having a conversation with a friend of mine from Canada who I went to acting school with, and she was actually a guest on the show a couple weeks ago. And she runs a nonprofit theater in Canada for people with
Special
disabilities.
needs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I we were talking about how to do the plays here on this platform, and we got into like blocking things out, like you know, like being able to turn to the other person, or like if one person's whispering in the background, like listening in the
Yeah.
background, or if the conversation is really
Oh,
like
look at
close
you.
one on
That's
one,
great.
um, and like putting up a we're gonna like put up a curtain as an overlay,
Oh, that's so cool,
so
man.
that it hides the background and the different backgrounds for the scenes and stuff. And I got so excited in this half-hour conversation about blocking out a
Yeah.
play virtually, which was really really fun. So
Oh, that reminds me of one thing. And one thing that we did during the stretch. I have four sisters scattered all around the country. My sister Susan's an actress. She's in New York. My sister Ginger's in Virginia. My sister Betsy's in Minnesota, and my sister Sarah's in LA. So they Susan, the oldest, had a birthday on April 20th, Betsy, the youngest, on April 19th, and we had two Zoom birthday parties, and that was a first. So that was a lot of fun. But Susan also had a play from the Actors Studio that she was in that we got to watch in a similar uh, platform. I don't know the name of her, what it was they used, but it was very interesting, and that was a first. I'd never done that. Watch a the very talented New York actress doing this show that we got to watch.
speaking of that, I think you might find this interesting. MTI, Music Theater International, the company that licenses all of the shows for like everything that high schools and big productions, professional productions, and
Yeah.
theater scrapbook, the stuff that we did and Antonella does. Um, the company that licenses all of that, and their Showtix company that does online ticketing, they announced yesterday that they are creating a platform to do shows virtually and
Wow.
sell tickets to it. And when you sell the tickets, it'll go towards your licensing
Oh my goodness.
fee, so that you can wrap it all into one. So the people in Broadway, in the Broadway community, really are trying to help out, the local community theaters and the children's theaters and everything
Wow.
by creating a program. Now, I don't think it's a platform like this.
Yeah.
It's more, well, I don't think it's a program like the one I'm using. I think it's a
Uh-huh.
platform to do it sort of enclosed like Zoom, so that the only people that can see it are the people that pay for a ticket
I see.
and all of
Which
that stuff.
reminds me
So
then, what is Antonella doing? I should check in with her for my next
I don't know. The last I heard, she asked me. She said, "I have a very important question for you. Do you eat macaroni? Do you eat mac and cheese with a fork or a spoon?" That is. I swear to God, the last text message that I got from her today. So I'm not sure what Theater Scrapbook is up to right now.
I'll check in with her. That's a
Yeah.
good
uh, I know that obviously, unfortunately, everything that was at the schools,
Yeah.
and they had the busiest year this year that they've had,
Yeah.
which is nice. It's really nice to see all of that growing and growing.
Yes.
That always makes me happy, and to see her, continuing what we started, and what her dad started 35 years ago
Oh my goodness.
is really 37 years ago. It's going to be 40 years
Oh my goodness, that's
pretty
amazing.
soon. So, yeah. So that's thank you for mentioning that. I love talking about Theater Scrapbook. I never do anymore, and it's very nice.
Oh.
Um, so thank you very much. It's been a full half hour, so I don't want to keep you, but
Oh my goodness,
you have
that
an
is quick.
you have an admirer, by the way. I don't know if you saw the comment. Um,
Hi,
it,
honey.
and so thank you so much. So you can check out Nancy almost every day of the week, especially Sundays with the Front Porch Families. And how can somebody like request to be a part of the Front Porch
Oh,
Families, or the
absolutely.
awesome?
Absolutely.
Um,
NB Fusaro at thewesterlysun.com
Perfect.
is how to reach me. And yes, everyone's welcome. We'd love to have everyone. Wouldn't it be wonderful to have every family in Westerly in the Westerly Stonington area, I should say.
Absolutely.
Uh,
And he says hi, honey, back,
Hi,
by
honey,
the way.
back.
Yes. Uh, so
Ben,
thank you
I
so
want to
much.
thank you so much for all you do for our community, and thank you for inviting me. You're such an engaging host, and I really appreciate this. And I look forward to chatting with you again.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Ciao.
Oh, she is lovely. Um, I love Nancy. Thank you so much, Nancy, and thank you for the kind words and for everything that you've done for us for the last 15 years, and that you do for all of the arts organizations in the community. I know that we all really really appreciate it. So again, I want to let you guys know that tonight at 9 o'clock on Westerly Live and all of the platforms, Doug's open mic will have Glenn Kenzia, the incredibly talented Glenn Kenzia, one of my favorite songwriters in the world, from Westerly, lives in Nashville now, doing his thing down there, has a new album coming out, a bunch of new singles that are all incredible. So he's gonna play some stuff for us. Um, he has some videos on the Knickerbocker web Facebook page if you want to go check those out beforehand. And so he'll be on tonight. And then everything else, if you want to, check out westerly.live, which is where you can find all of these programs. You can get them in the app now, and so if you don't want to watch them on Facebook, you can watch them on YouTube, you can watch them on the website, all of that stuff. And also, big, big, big news, maybe the biggest news of all, my beard trimmer finally came in. So this thing's going away a little bit, which is really nice. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I hope you guys all have a great night and stay safe. Thanks.